I know.
知道什么了？
Know what?
姐姐找的地方呀，我知道在哪里了。
The place you're looking for. Now I know where it is.
真的吗？
Really?
这回决策不了，这边来。
Yes, I'm sure this time. This way. We began to run. The coolness vanished as if it were phantasmal.
这么说，好像小时候是来过这里。
I feel like I've been here before. A dim recollection appeared in my mind. Perhaps the old gate had jarred a memory loose.
门票要
How much is the ticket?
跟我来。
Come with me.
等下，我去买票。
Wait, I need to buy tickets. Also, I just realized this probably coming in double through my microphone. Wait, I need to buy tickets.
不用，都是自家人。
No need to do that.
哎，真的进来了。
So, we're in... The doorman didn't even ask us for tickets. There was someone here, actually. I didn't get the impression that there were people around. I thought you two were the only two people in the world for this game. Don't trick me like that. Actually, there was no doorman at all.
这辈子第一次逃票哎。
That's the first time I've avoided paying an entrance fee in my whole life.
不算逃票啦，都是自己家，姐姐是客人嘛。
Don't worry about it. It's my home, and you, sis, are my guest. I was totally confused. Did her family own this place?
这边来。
This way. The path was winding, and you could always hear the sound of stream.
这里好幽静啊。
It's so quiet here.
是啊，平常很少有人来。
Yeah, there's very few people. It was true. Hajia was the only person I had seen all day. As we walked, the sky began to get darker and cloudy. The weather report said there will be a thunder shower this afternoon.
还有多远？
Is it far from here?
这就到喽。
We're almost there.
这里是不是转过弯去是一座桥？
So, is there a bridge around the corner?
没错。
Yes. After we passed the top of the hill, a familiar scent returned.
这么说来，刚刚穿过的山林，应该是一片枫树林吧？
There should be a maple forest, right?
不过季节没到，树还都没变红。
Yes, but it's not the right time. The trees haven't turned red. I picked up my pace. I felt that something good was waiting for me.
啊，对，就是这座桥。
Ah, right, here's the bridge. There was an old, small cement bridge with iron railings. The stream below was deep and reflected the sky and surrounding trees. A faint, earthy scent came from the soil and grass. When I was a child, I used to walk here with my family. It was late autumn and the maples were all red like fire. Mom was very young at that time. I remember how she took my hand as we walked along the bridge and picked up a maple leaf.
再向前，是不是有个大荷花池？
Is there a big pool with lotuses ahead?
没错，就是前面。但是啊，姐姐等一下。
Yes, just up ahead, but please wait, sister. I rushed forward and didn't hear the rest of her words.
终于到了。
Finally, I'm here. Though it was summer, the small pond looked lifeless. It had dried up sufficient that the large stones on the bottom had been exposed. The railing on the stone bridge had been destroyed, and a danger notice stood nearby. plants near the pond had shriveled and died. One of them seemed to have even burned.
怎么会这样？
How could it be?
这里很久以前就开始干枯了，又没人来，也没人护理。
This pond started to dry up a long time ago. Since so few people came here, there was no need to maintain it.
我本来想告诉姐姐的，
I was
但
gonna,
是
Oop. I was gonna tell you, but
好不容易找到这里，
all my effort,
结果是这样吗？
the sky seemed to get even darker and gloomier for me. I stood blankly in a state of bewilderment. I could not see, nor could I hear. I had no idea about what to do next. My parents always took me here when I was a child. I could still remember the blue sky, the green grass, and the pond. My entire family sat on the lawn in the sunshine. My mother had prepared for us a picnic to enjoy. I believed this happiness would last forever. In what felt like the blink of an eye, I had finished elementary school, middle school, and had prepared for my university entrance exams. Everything became strange. Blame, conflict, and tension spread throughout my household. Even now, I'm still unsure of what happened to my family. The transition into university life was not easy for me at first. However, the added distance between me and my family allowed most of those dark memories to become sealed away. My parents finally began to appreciate my effort. We all thought the worst days had passed. The fragility of life, however, made me dark as ever.
现在连这里，我到底还有什么地方可去？
This place, Where should I go now?
姐姐，
Sister? My eyes were filled with tears. I tried to cover, but it was too late.
姐姐，怎么了？不舒服吗？
What's wrong, sis?
没事，沙子。
Nothing, just some sand in my eyes. Sand in your eyes? That's the best you get. But I could hear the quiver in my own voice. My heart was broken. Things I should have forgotten or simply did not wish to remember replayed in my mind like a black and white film.
姐姐，那个，
Sis?
姐姐，我
Sis? What?
姐姐，我要去厕所。
Sis, I have to use the bathroom. Gia's unexpected words jolted me back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
啊，
What?
等一下，很急吗？
Is it an emergency? Yes.
那这附近不太好吧？
Right here. Maybe that's not a good idea.
这边，跟我来。
This way, come with me. Gia took my hand before I could reply, and we ran in a hurry.
啊，
Well, had it not been for Gia, I would have held on for a second. What? Held on for a second. I sat in the tea house purple pavilion and waited for Gia. Despite a modern construction, it was a traditional tea house. It did not look at a place in this park.
该不会……应该不是吧？
Wasn't she... Maybe she's not. Did she take me away from that sad place on purpose? I mean, probably. Perhaps I was thinking too hard. I rubbed my eyes and attempted to focus on the coffee in front of me. Gia recommended this one. Coffee at a tea house? I still did not understand why this tea house is called Purple Pavilion. I was thinking about something unimportant when I looked out the window. The clouds had gathered in the sky.
我回来了。
I'm back. Gia was back, her face now pinkened by a light flush. Welcome back. Eh. She smiled and straightened her skirt. She sat opposite of me like an old friend. The waiter brought Gia a cup of sweet osmanthus tea without so much as a word exchanged between the two of them. The aroma of sweet osmanthus filled the air. So now there are people here. It's the first time I'd seen another person all day. Yeah, that's crazy.
嘿嘿，这是原版哦。
This is the original flavor. I remembered the tea she gave me also had sweet osmanthus. Did she learn how to make it from this place?
很香呢。
It smells wonderful.
是吧？店长亲自动手的呢。
Of course it does. It's made by the manager. The waiter beside us smiled. Gia must be a regular in this tea house.
要交换尝尝吗？
Do you want to try some?
好啊。
Okay. I turned the cup and pushed it to her. She reciprocated. What? I picked up the cup and took a sip. It was weaker than what Gia had given me earlier, but more refreshing. Gia also picked up my cup and took a sip.
好苦。
It's so bitter.
哎，
What?
咖啡苦吗？
The coffee tastes bitter? Yeah, I don't like coffee either. It was an iced latte? Listen, literally no coffee tastes good.
平时不怎么喝咖啡吗？
Haven't you ever tried coffee before? Of course coffee didn't fit her age.
从来不喝呢，总觉得味道怪怪的。
No, I've never had it. It tastes strange. But then why did you Wait, yeah, why did you recommend... What? Why did you recommend a cup of coffee to her if you don't like coffee?
不过茶的话，其实更苦吧。
Sometimes tea tastes more bitter than coffee, right?
不过有桂花和砂糖的话就没关系啦。
Yes, but that doesn't bother me if the tea also comes with sweet osmanthus and lots of sugar. No wonder her tea was so sweet.
又是加在咖啡里，会不会大发现？
If we add those things to coffee, will it have a better taste? Yes, but it will still be coffee, and coffee tastes horrible.
味道大概会更奇怪吧。
It will have a different taste, that's for sure.
交换果然咖啡难度太高了。
Trade me back, I prefer my sweet tea. I smiled and we exchanged our cups. Gia took a gulp of her tea, a nice big gulp.
啊，还是这个好啊。
Tea is much better for me. I asked for a refill on my coffee, and Gia asked for more sugar. We shared no words for a little while. We just sipped our drink silently. Then came the sound of rain. Ooh. Okay. I can get behind this soundscape. I love a good sound of rain. I looked out the rain as a raindrop. I looked out the rain? That's on me. I looked out the window as raindrops pelted the glass. Ooh, there was a crack of thunder. Ah!
吓到了。
Are you scared?
嗯，
Yes. The thunder continued as the rain increased its intensity.
好大。
It's raining buckets.
不过很快会停的。
Yes, but it won't last long. That's the rain of summer. It comes and goes very quickly. Yeah, no fooling. The clouds had now hidden the sun, and the tea house had become darker. My sour mood returned. Don't let rain sour your mood. Be like one of many people out there that rain probably lifts their mood, especially for me during the summer, because when it's raining, that means the sun is not beating down.
对了，姐姐，跟我来，
Ah, come with me, sis.
去哪儿？
What? Where are we going?
一个好地方。
A wonderful place.
可是在下雨啊。
It's raining so heavily.
就是下雨才是好地方哦。
I know, but it's a wonderful place because of the rain.
好吧，稍等一下，我喝完这杯。
Okay, but wait a second. I need to finish my coffee.
不用啦，就在这家店里。
Let's go. It's in this tea house.
总之，跟我来就对了。
Just come with me. We passed through the hallway. I saw a glass door with light coming through it. Was this the way outside?
就是这里。
It's here. Ooh, ooh. Oh, this looks nice.
真是，跟着你，总是有惊喜呢。
Well, there's always surprises with you. 4 high walls had turned the yard into an isolated world. It was not very large, but well arranged. The rain was coming down in sheets. The flowers looked crisp and beautiful, having been cleansed by the rain. Behind the wall stood the mountains, shrouded in mist, as if a scene from a fairy tale. Rainwater rushed along through a small trough alongside the wall. It looked like a stream in the mountains. Surely such a beautiful scene could only be observed when it rained.
真是，如同仙境一般呢。
Like a fairy tale.
是吧？来这边坐。
Right? Come sit here. There was a bench near the entrance. It seemed as if it was specifically placed for people to enjoy this wonderful spectacle. The bench was very clean. Maybe it was under the personal care of the manager.
哦，
Oh,
何家
jeez.
在这里呀、
Oh my god, I was not expecting another character in this story. Oh my gosh, you came out of nowhere, my dude. Oh, Hajia, you're here.
在看雨。
Yes, we are watching the rain.
哎，有新客人，
Eh? A new face?
嘿嘿，我带来的哦。
Heh, I brought her here. Am I anything worth showing off? I pondered this while still looking at the man. He was in casual dress and held a magazine in his hand. Was he also a customer? He is familiar with Gia. Perhaps he works here?
怎么样？这入小天地，
What do you think about this little world? The man spoke before I could answer.
啊，很美，无法形容呢。
It is so beautiful that I lack the words to accurately describe it.
哈哈哈。那人听到这话，一定会很高兴的。
The man would be pleased to hear your words.
谁？
Who?
当然是建筑师，设计这座茶馆的人。
The architect who designed this tea house.
一定是个很厉害的设计师吧？
He must be a great designer, right? The man smiled intently.
怎么说呢？
Well, what should I say?
有的人一辈子也许就是为了完成这1-2样作品而存在吧。
Some people devote their entire life to finishing just 1 or 2 masterworks.
这怎么说？
What do you mean?
设计这家茶店的建筑师，花了大半生为他人设计房子。
The architect spent most of his time designing buildings for other people.
他热爱自己的工作，一丝不苟，细致入微。
He loved his work. He was so serious and diligent.
但是，大部分的建筑，最后也许并不能完美的制作出来。
However, most of these constructions differed greatly from his expectations, far from his idea of perfect.
这是为什么？
Why?
毕竟，越是完美的设计，越是需要更大的投入。
A perfect
这个国家的人，比起完美，也许更期待
Oh
效
my
率。
god. Any more? Alright. A perfect design requires a greater time investment. People in this country care much more about efficiency than perfection.
这也是常情嘛。
That's the way things are.
所以，这个建筑师一辈子有着各种各样的遗憾，永远无法完成自己的作品。
So the architect's life was filled with regret. He could never truly complete his work.
他也为此烦恼，为此操劳，迷茫。
The resulting emotional and physical stress took its toll.
那这里是他最完美的设计吗？
Well, is this tea house his perfect design? The man shook his head.
也不是吧。毕竟，这世界上永远没有完美的东西，
Not
别是设计。
not really. Perfect things do not exist in our world.
不过，这里是他真正倾注了全部的作品，有其他作品里没有的东西。
However, this is the work that had consumed all of his best effort. There's something special here which cannot be seen in his other works.
那是什么？
What is that? The man grinned.
当然是爱呀。
It's love!
爱。
Love? I couldn't understand his words.
店长又来了，每次都这么说。
You also don't understand? For being relatively, smart and well-spoken, it's hard to believe that you two cannot understand what he's saying when he says that.
我总是爱说事实嘛。那么，请继续欣赏吧。要续杯的话，尽管叫我。
Haha, well, it's true. Anyway, please enjoy yourself while you were here. I'm at your service if you need a refill. The man nodded his head.
啊，对了，那边的石板上有建筑师的留言，要是有兴趣的话，可以看看，很有意思。
There's a message from the architect on that plaque. Take a look if you wish. It's interesting. With a second nod, he entered the tea house.
居然是店长，不可思议的店长呢。某种意义上说，这家店从里到外都挺不可思议的呢。
I can't believe he is the manager. This place is full of surprises.
所以我很喜欢，特别是雨天的时候。
That's one reason why I like it, especially on a rainy day.
很安心，有种被怀抱着的感觉。
Like the warm embrace of a loved one, it gives me reassurance.
姐姐，其实我一直就想问了，姐姐是不是遇到了什么难事？
Sis, I have to ask you, are you having troubles? Gia found me out, so there was no longer a need to hide the secret.
难事啊，虽然都是些平常的事情，
Troubles.
却真的太难了。
Nothing too far out of the ordinary, but still very difficult for me.
其实，前段时间
Oh no,
父亲去世了。
my father passed away recently.
原来是这样啊！
I'm sorry to hear that. Gia clutched my hands with no words.
生病，从生病到最后，我一次都没有哭过。
From the start of his illness until after he had passed on, I did not cry even once.
我也不知道为什么，家里人都说我懂事，可是我自己知道不对。
I don't know why. My relatives said I had demonstrated maturity by maintaining my composure, but I knew that was wrong.
明明心里难受，但是却不知道哪里难受。
I knew I was very sad about the whole thing, but I don't know how to say.
和老爸的关系一直很微妙，对我做的事情，他总是不满意。从小时候开始就是那样。
The relationship between my father and I was always very strained. He was always unsatisfied with my performance.
冷战了10年，好不容易有点起色，却是这个结果。
After a decade-long Cold War, our relationship finally began to improve. Then he got sick.
姐姐不喜欢他吗？
You don't like your father, sis?
我不知道，
I don't know. I mean, I don't really like my family.
来参加葬礼的叔叔阿姨们，有的哭得泣不成声，拉着我的手直叹气，安慰我，叫我想开。
Some members of my extended family were very broken up over his death. They tried to console me at the funeral.
直到这时候，我才发现自己对他有多么的陌生。和我在一起的时候，他好像不是这样的， 事实上，他的为人，他的工作，他的朋友，一切的一切都那么陌生。
However, he was practically a stranger to me. I never knew him in that way. His work, relationships, even his personality were entirely unfamiliar to me.
饭局上，那些叔叔阿姨们一刻不停地回忆着，父亲对待工作是多么的负责，有时候到了固执的地步；对待朋友是多么的仗义，对待家族里的大小事情是多么的用心，对大事又多么富有正义感。
My family discussed my late father over dinner. He was very serious about his work. He was considerate to his family, a good friend, a good brother. He believed in justice. This, even by visual novel standards, this is not much of a game, because there's so far not been an ounce of real interactivity outside of pressing a button to continue, like flipping a page.
我才发现，自己憧憬、最赞赏的那些品质，父亲全都具备。我彻底糊涂了。明明每天都见，明明没有停顿过争吵的这个人，其实我一点都不了解。
It was only then that I learned what kind of person my father was. It was all very removed from the contentious, overly critical individual I fought with daily.
到底是哪里错了？到底是谁错了？怎么想都得不到答案。
What was wrong, or who was wrong, still bothers me.
原来是这样，所以姐姐才到这里来了啊。
Is that why you came here?
是啊，总觉得回到这里，也许能明白点什么。
Yes, I thought it might grant me some clarity.
不，也许只是想找到能让我稍稍安心的地方吧。
Perhaps I just need a hug. Hug?
怎么？
What? You just said you need a hug. You just said you need a hug in front of like a 12-year-old that has essentially been fawning over you the whole day.
我很笨，不会安慰人。姐姐的痛苦，姐姐的难处，我一点都不知道该怎么办。
I wish I knew how I can comfort you, sister.
姐姐喜欢自己的父亲吗？
Do you love your father?
我也不知道。
I don't know the answer to that question either.
这个问题，也许根本没有答案。
Perhaps I have no answer.
嗯，
No. She shook her head.
答案一定会有的，也许只是还没到时候而已。
There's always an answer. Perhaps now is not the right time.
现在就这样一会儿，好吗？
So just wait one more minute, okay? Okay. The smell of sweet osmanthus effused from Gia's slight frame. It was pleasing. I began to relax. Oh. Rain back to reality.
嘿嘿，
Well,
还说自己不会安慰人。
thank you for your comfort, Gia. I was a little embarrassed about being comforted by a younger girl. Why?
总之，谢谢。
Anyway, thank you very much. The words held in my mind finally came out. I felt better now.
嗯，
You're welcome. The rain began to subside. I stood up with the intention of leaving. The plaque mentioned by the manager suddenly sprang to mind. I went to the flagstone in the corner.
这是
It's Flowing Time. Designer Hanjun. I was shocked. I then rushed into the tea house.
回来了，
Welcome back.
怎么样？这里
How was everything?
啊，很愉快的时光。
Good. I had a very pleasant time. So that's the designer, her father.
店长，我想问一下，这里的设计师是？
Sir, could you tell me who was the designer of this tea house?
啊，是我的旧友、同事，
Oh
也
my
是你的父
god.
亲，不是吗？
My old friend, coworker, and your father, right?
果然，
You
店长早就知道吗？
you knew me already?
嗯，小时候见过你几面，大概你已经不记得了。
Yes, we met several times when you were small, but you were probably too young to remember.
刚刚见到你的时候，一下就认出来了。
I recognized you at first sight,
原来是这样。
so that's it.
老韩的追悼会，有点原因没有去，一直觉得很对不起。
I'm greatly sorry for my absence at his funeral.
今天看到你，也算是稍稍安心一些了。
However, I feel a bit better having seen you today.
啊，没事的，请不要在意。其实父亲一辈子就怕麻烦别人。
Please don't feel bad. My father would not want his death to upset others.
是啊，老韩就是这样。
Haha. Yes, I suppose you're right.
那个，我能问一问吗？在叔叔眼中，我的父亲到底是什么样的一个人？
May I ask another question? What kind of person do you think my father was like? The man was taken aback by my question. He stood quietly for a moment to contemplate his answer.
怎么说呢？
Well, what should I say?
固执到有些偏执的地步，又不善表达，不会处事。
He, wow, very, very, short-spoken for that one, weren't you? He was stubborn and inflexible, downright boorish at times. He was not particularly good at conversation or even getting along with others.
真是准确的描述。
That sounds pretty accurate.
和他交流真需要技巧，能和他相处那么多年，我自己都觉得不可思议。
Well, it did require some added skill to talk with him. It's quite amazing I got along with him so well.
同感。
Yes.
不过，他总是会在最重要的时候拉你一把。
However, he was always there when I needed him.
和他在一起的时候，总会意识到自己的不足。
With him, you could discuss your shortcomings. He would always do what he could to help.
原来是这样。
Ah, I got it.
当然，最重要的是，我们都知道，
Of course, the most important thing, something we all knew,
他比任何人都更认真。
he loved you
更值得
more
爱
than
你。
anyone else. Is that right? Oh,
怎么样？和你认识的他一样吧？
is this not the same image in your mind?
真的是一模一样呢。
Yeah, it's the same.